Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watch One, and thanks for logging on. Today, we're looking at the Chopard L.U.C. Lunar 1 limited edition of 250 pieces. You can see this platinum perpetual calendar on our website, watchyouwant.com. Purchase it there, and if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc. You can also click on the card in the upper right-hand corner at any time to see our full listing for this watch with additional accessories included, high-resolution images, and of course, total pricing details. Now, on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference. This watch actually wears a little bit more compact than the later Lunar 1 models. Now, this one's 41 millimeters across the case as compared to the 43 of the more recent models. The 41 makes it nice and compact, yet still remarkably full-figured. It has a deep case, it has broad lugs, it has incredible heft on the wrist. You won't find yourself wanting for a bigger watch, but nevertheless, this is the kind of watch that's well matched to wrists from 14 centimeters up to 20. It's going to wear with style on a forearm of any size. It's also reasonably thin considering the complexity inside. 11.5 millimeters with a generously sloped conical bezel. This easily slides under all but the absolute tightest dress cuffs and formal sleeves. Now, from lug to lug, it has good span, but not overwhelming. 49 millimeters means that this watch will sit securely and with a great sense of proportion on many different wrists of many different sizes and shape. If you have a wrist that's more round in profile, this is going to be the Lunar 1 you want because it's just more compact, it's tidier, it's more wearable than the later model. Now, it's paired with a gorgeous monotone stitch, very substantial rectangular scale black alligator strap. On the underside, a very supple calfskin, and the watch has one of the most impressive clasps I've seen in a long time. Now, it's impressive for two reasons. First, it's beautifully made. Twin trigger deployant, and it has a very cleverly hidden twin trigger actuated by the spring action of the swing arm itself. Beautifully finished, high polished, there isn't a single mark of machining or stamping, but what really sets it apart is that it's one of the very, very few double deployant clasps you'll see in the industry at any price point that is made out of platinum. In general, these days, where double deployant clasps are in vogue, watchmakers are making platinum watches with white gold clasps. I don't like that. There's an asymmetry to it, and it's done for practical reasons, yes, for the sake of the strength of white gold relative to platinum, but I appreciate that Chopard went the extra mile to design the swing arms so that they can bear the load of daily use while at the same time featuring the more exotic metal that matches the case. Excellent value and beautiful industrial design in my opinion. Now, the watch itself is gorgeous. It's also wonderfully balanced in its dial. Now, the interesting thing about it is that it features a combination of a platinum case, a silver dial, and rose gold applied elements as well as Dauphine hands at center. And the rose gold is nice and warm. It makes the silver dial on the white metal watch more approachable, a little bit more romantic, and it provides a nice lead-in to a very deluxe moon phase at 6 o'clock. Now, right now you can see a full moon. That's what a full moon looks like. What sets this one apart, and it is a 122-year moon phase, meaning you only have to adjust it once every 122.6 years, but it's distinct from other moon phases, even with that duration, in that it orbits the sub-seconds dial. As the moon waxes and wanes, it actually grows and shrinks while moving around the pinion of the sub-seconds hand. Very clever, very beautiful, very poetic. Now, the dial itself is generously detailed. You can see there's a sort of undulating rose lathe guilloche that radiates out from the Chopard marquee and the grand date at 12 o'clock, and then there's a brushed metallic hour track featuring both diamond faceted indices and elaborate, some might even say highly stylized Roman numerals. Now, of course, you have nice balance both vertically and laterally, so you never get the sense that there's any awkwardness in spite of the huge amount of information being conveyed by the double date, the elaborate moon phase, the leap year cycle, and of course the month and the day. Now, you'll also see on the case back, the watch is just as involved when you get into the movement. Now, this is the Chopard caliber 196-13, also known as the 196 QP. It's a direct descendant of the very first Chopard manufacture movement, debuted in 1996. It features double barrels stacked, and by reducing the overall size of the barrel by stacking two of them, Chopard's able to incorporate a 22-karat gold micro rotor that's in the same plane as the rest of the bridges of the movement. This means that you can see as much of the movement as you would on a manual winder, and that's a good thing because this is both a COSC certified Swiss chronometer and
It bears the Poinçon de Genève, the Geneva hallmark, as you'll find on Roger Dubuis, older Patek Philippe, and current Vacheron Constantin watches. It's a remarkable movement. It features hacking seconds. It features a remarkable moon phase, remarkably portrayed, immaculate finish, a clever and unique layout. Everything you would want in the most deluxe of calibers you find here. Again, you feature a 65-hour power reserve, a Breguet overcoil hairspring. There's nothing that you would get in any movement at any price point that you will not find here, right down to materials innovation in the form of ceramic rotor bearings. It's gorgeous, with a beautifully textured, and you can see it in this angle to good effect, beautifully textured Geneva waves across the bridges, gorgeous guilloche on the winding rotor itself, a tight and even engine-turned perlage across the base plate, and black polish on the screw heads and the swan's neck regulator. In terms of watch movements, this is as good as it gets, and it's made entirely in-house at Chopard. You can see this 1 of 250 Chopard L.U.C. Lunar 1 perpetual calendar in platinum on our website, watchyouwant.com.